Well, good afternoon and welcome to the KPEG Game of the Week. Today, it's our first broadcast of the baseball season as the Cabrillo Conquistadors host the Lompoc Braves in early season Los Padres League action. This is Greg Ratcliffe broadcasting live from McIntyre Field on the campus of Cabrillo High School, where the 1-0 Braves are set to take on the 1-1 Conquistadors. The Braves opened their season on Saturday with an 8-6 non-league win over Bishop Diego. That same day, the Conks split a doubleheader with St. Joseph, losing the opener 4-3 in 9 innings, then coming back to take Game 2 by the same 4-3 score. So, with only 1 day's worth of baseball under their belts, these two teams jump right into league play, making this an important game for both teams. They both want to start the season off strong, and of course, it is, after all, Lompoc versus Cabrillo. Statmeister Mike Loney will be joining us here shortly. In the meantime, we are going to look at the starting lineups for the teams as they are announced. Justin Allen, Caleb Ramirez, Jeffrey Ray for the Braves. Ruben Cortez batting in the 4 spot. Oscar Rojas in the 5 spot, number 6. Christian De La Cruz, third baseman. Devin Villalobos in the 7th spot from left field. And from right field, number 8, Connor Hayes batting in the 9th spot. That is the starting lineup for the Lompoc Braves. Being the visitors, they will, of course, bat first. Meaning we will take a good look at Justin Allen here when the game starts up. Okay, looking for the Cabrillo lined up. Cameron Benabos, number 7. Lopez playing third base. Anthony Lopez, number 14, playing third base.
Number 11, Noah Randolph, all the mound.
Noah Randolph will be the starting pitcher for today for the Conquistadors, number 11. This early in the season, we will not have any stats to speak of for either one of the teams. Lompoc has a little bit of stats coming up from last Saturday's game. And we will add to those as the season goes along. We have a full season of exciting prep baseball scheduled for you. Starting right here with Lompoc Cabrillo to start things off. And Statmeister is going to join us here. Wonderful. That is good to see. It's a beautiful day out here on the mesa. The wind blowing from the northwest, as always, from our left to right, as we sit at our vantage point directly behind home plate.
I think you could have just said the wind blowing as always, Greg.
Yes, it is. Welcome, Statmeister. Mike, only a couple of days ago we were calling basketball games, and now look, we're out here with some guys who were still playing basketball just last Friday.
Yeah.
So,
be interesting to see what they do. A couple guys like Ruben Cortez playing first base and batting cleanup for the Braves.
Several basketball players here for the Braves on the baseball team.
Yeah.
I got the chance to talk to assistant coach Larry Jacinto earlier this afternoon. He said, yes, they did win against Bishop Diego, and yes, they have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, well, they held Bishop Diego to batting 120 and gave up 6 runs.
Okay, that's it must mean the error count was up a little bit.
Well, 8 walks, a couple of hit batters, and some other not so good stuff, and they did score 7 runs in the first 3 innings, or was it 5 runs in the first 3 innings? I have to check my notes here.
A good start either way.
It was.
They would sure like to do that today, I bet.
Indeed, it was 7 runs in the first innings, 3, and 1, and then they got another in the 5th. Cabrillo is 1-1. I don't know if you had talked about the Conks any, but they had a rather unusual start on Saturday. They played a doubleheader against St. Joseph. They lost the first one 4-3 in 9 innings, and then won the second one 4-3 in 5 innings. So they haven't played a regulation game yet.
And why was the second one abruptly stopped?
I have a feeling because the first one ran long and they were running out of daylight.
Running out of daylight, okay.
There were no lights here at St. Joe, and I imagine it was kind of dark.
Well, we are about ready for first pitch here at the McIntyre Field, as we said. Noah Randolph on the mound for the Conquistadors. In a brief discussion with the home plate official and the coaches.
Yep. Should mention that we have 2 officials today. One behind the plate, one basically gets to cover everything else. He'll start behind first base, and then if anybody gets on, he moves over to second, behind second.
So he could be a busy man today.
He could. We, as usual, are located right behind the plate. Well, I'm right behind the plate. You're kind of behind the batter's box
behind
there.
The 8 ball, that's where I'm at. Yep. In our usual reserve seating here, directly behind the backstop at beautiful McIntyre Field. We're pleased to be here, and thanks so much to Coach Osborne for allowing us to join him today. All right, so we are about to get underway. First pitch from
Noah
Randolph will be just outside the strike zone for ball 1. This is Justin Allen at the plate for the Braves.
Even lower and outside.
2-0. Justin Allen had a nice start of the season with got a hit, couple of runs against Bishop Diego.
Braves got.
Here's a pitch in for a strike. 2 balls and a strike now to Allen.
Braves got 8 runs versus Bishop Diego. Only had 6 hits. 3 of them were doubles.
Pitch outside takes the count to 3-1 to Allen.
I smell popcorn.
I do. I was just going to mention that too. Why do they do that to us?
That one's high.
Oh, first batter of the day for the Braves takes a free pass to first.
And the pitchers have not been spectacular so far. Braves had 5 pitchers in 7 innings.
Caleb Ramirez, number 10, now steps into the batter's box. Allen going on the first pitch. And they picked him off.
And that's the first time that the Braves have had a base runner picked off this year. They were 2 for 2 in the stolen base department against Bishop.
And an excellent throw from behind the plate. Right on target. So a 1 down.
Called strike and 1-1 count.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the first. That catches the lower corner of the strike zone for strike 2. Smacked over towards short. Should be playable. Gathers himself, throws to first, and out number 2 is recorded.
That pitch was just in on the hands a little bit, so it didn't have quite as much steam on it going out to short as it might have.
Cesar Frausto over there at shortstop for the Conks. Makes that look routine, and it's 2 down here in the first. That'll bring us to Jeffrey Ray, number 7. Batting in the 3 spot for the Braves.
Guess he couldn't get number 2 in the baseball units. point guard from the basketball team.
Looks at that one for called strike 2.
He's having to deal with a slightly smaller ball here.
Yes.
All of a sudden.
0-2 pitch. Hard hit over towards second. Throw to first should be as high, knocked down.
Yeah.
And off the plate, off the bag. So Jeffrey Ray will make it on to first with a throwing error. That'll bring up number 21, Ruben Cortez, batting cleanup for Lompoc.
Ruben, one of the more sizable guys on the team.
Throw to first, not in time as Ray dives back safely. Ruben steps out, gets his sign from the coaching staff.
Takes a decent lead.
Ray fakes going. He's back. No throw. Pitch to Cortez is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 down here in the top of the first inning. No score from McIntyre Field so far. The Braves have got a runner on first.
Ray keeps sliding out to the edge of the cutout.
Ruben watches strike 1 call.
Starting again this year with Lompoc Cabrillo and presumably ending at least the regular season this year with Lompoc and Cabrillo. They end the season with 2 in a row as they usually do. Oh, they caught him. Oh, and threw it away. Pitch out, and first baseman threw it well past the second baseman who was trying to cover. And it went out into left field. And so the Braves have 2 out, but they have a runner in scoring position for the first time in the game.
With a 2-1 count to Cortez at the plate. Low and away for ball 3. Okay, we're going to change that. It's 2-2 is the count to Ruben Cortez. Looking at the scoreboard. Okay, well, it could have been 2-2 because that was a strike called, and he's still there. So, okay, we'll get it figured out. It's 3-2, a full count to Cortez now. Check swing, ball 4. So after 2 relatively quick easy outs, the Braves get on an error and a walk. So all of a sudden there's 2 on with 2 out.
And if the Conks had not caught the leadoff batter stealing, it would be bases loaded with 1 out.
Oscar Rojas now up for the Braves. Low and away for ball 1. Hit down towards third. Throw to first. High off the bag. Did they get down in time? Yes.
Ooh, just barely.
The throw was high, which pulled the first baseman off the bag, but he got down just in time to beat the runner to record out number 3.
Able to do the toe dance just in time.
So the Braves come up empty in the first. However, they strand 2. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left. So after 1/2 inning, it's Lompoc Braves nothing, and the Conquistadors coming to bat.
I'd say 2 errors.
Good.
2.
Yeah, okay.
The error at first, and then the error to allow the runner to advance to second.
Okay. Well, that's when I was working with my communication stuff and missed it. So. Yes, first game of the season. Gotta remember how all this stuff works. All right, you are listening to the KPEG Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Greg Ratcliffe here along with Mike Stepmeister Loney, Bill Dr. Draw Smith back at the controls at KPEG Central. We have, as I attempted to mention a little earlier, a full season of broadcast coming your way. Our next one will be next Thursday, a week from this Thursday, March 8th, when we will take our first visit to the new and improved Rotary Field.
And it is very much improved.
When the San Ynez Pirates will come visit the Lompoc Braves. 3:30 start for that one next Thursday, March 8th.
Pirates trying to repeat as league champions. And, were upset 1-0 in the second round of the CIF playoffs last year, and they were unhappy with that, and so they are trying to get back there and go further. They have a pretty decent squad coming back, including a kid who thinks he might be able to get a scholarship. He's the quarterback for their football team.
Uh-oh. But that's a familiar name.
Looks like Rojas stumbled coming off the mound as he was warming up there. Catcher and third baseman went running out there to check on him and telling everybody he's okay. But
it is Oscar Rojas, number 24, doing the pitching duties for the Braves here this afternoon, starting us off. For the Conquistadors, number 5, Ben Dixon, batting in the 1 spot. Takes called strike 1 for the first pitch.
Always good when you get the first one across.
Probably makes you feel a little better.
Yep.
High, fouled out of play. Back towards the parking lot. Another prime example of why I don't park there.
And amazingly enough, our first foul of the game.
Yes. Indeed it was. And that takes the count to 0-2. Called strike 3. 3 pitches and 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Pretty efficient work so far.
Yeah.
Here comes Cameron Binabose, number 7.
He bats lefty.
He does. Foul right above our heads.
And Rojas is bringing a little bit of steam with him today, which, frankly, we could use some heat.
Bring some of that steam over here, would you? Ooh, that one misses just outside. Okay. Evens the count at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning.
And so after 4 straight strikes, he throws a couple balls. That one was up and away a bit.
That one catches the outside corner. Evens the count at 2 apiece.
That was a nice pitch.
Yeah, it was. 2-2 to Binabo.
Ooh. And Binabose was...
He was ready to walk back to the dugout thinking he just got struck out, but I guess that one just missed.
Yeah.
3-2. Takes a mighty hack at that one and comes up empty. That'll record out number 2.
The second strikeout of the inning.
Looks like pitcher Noah Randolph takes ball 1.
And ball 2.
You're right about the steam. There's some pop in that glove.
Yeah, you kind of expect the pitcher to understand where the strike zone is. Oh, beautiful bunt.
Right down the third baseline. Fielded on the run.
Ooh.
Throws offline and pulls Cortez off the bag.
I don't think he would have gotten him anyway.
And Randolph is safe with a very nice bunt down the third baseline.
And Randolph has some giddy up and go.
So just as the Braves did in the top half of the inning, 2 outs and then a runner on board. And then we'll bring up Tony Hernandez. Foul off the screen for strike 1.
Tony took a mighty hack at that one and got about maybe an eighth of an inch of it.
Enough to send it back in our direction.
And back over towards the Braves dugout.
Randolph going. Throw from behind the plate is not in time. So Noah Randolph puts a bunt single on the stolen base. The Conquistadors have a runner in scoring position at second with 2 down here on the bottom of the first. No scores so far.
Ooh.
And Tony Hernandez will get bumped in the back. That's a technical term.
Yep.
Bumped in the back. In other words, he got hit by a pitch and he'll take first.
A back bonker.
Back bonker. So runners at first and second, looking very familiar, very similar to the top of the inning. First and second, 2 outs. And Matthew Gonzalez up.
Nice bender.
Yep. Curveball in for strike 1. No 1 pitch. Smacked through the gap into left field. Randolph will be held up at third. A 2-out single with 2 on. And all of a sudden, Conquistadors have the bases loaded.
There are 2 out.
Brings up number 4, Cesar Frausto. Left-hander. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. No score in the bottom of the first, but Cabrillo threatening with the bases full and 2 outs.
Ooh. Right down the pike.
Nice pitch from Rojas, evens it at 1 apiece. Trying to pitch himself out of a jam here in the first. 1-1 pitch. High fly ball in the center. Should be playable. And it is.
Left fielder drifts over to snag it.
And that will retire the side. No damage done. No runs. 2 hits. 1 error. And 3 left. The way I see it.
The 1-2-3.
So with 1 inning complete here at McIntyre Field, our score is Lompoc nothing, Cabrillo nothing.
Yep.
And you are listening to the Game of the Week, the baseball edition of the Game of the Week, right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
And that was big for both squads.
Yep. Speaking of big, here's a big announcement for you.
Uh-oh.
If you've been following City Council with the doings going around the Lompoc Valley, you know about commercial cannabis licensing. Well, there's going to be a public workshop on Monday, March 5th from 1 to 3 p.m. at the City Council chambers at Lompoc City Hall to discuss how the licensing will be made available. You can find information about that as well at the City of Lompoc website, as the license applications will become available this Thursday, day after tomorrow. So if that's a topic you are interested in, look up or attend the workshop on Monday, March 5th.
Yeah, that's number 17, Santa Cruz.
Now back to baseball.
Randolph still on the mound. Number 17 for the Braves.
Christian De La Cruz.
At the plate, looks at ball 1.
And then looks at ball 2.
And I guess they're calling that ball 3.
I guess so. 3 straight balls. Make it there. Rutland snuck in. 3-1 to De La Cruz.
Ooh.
Way outside and low for ball 4.
Nice stop, but
The leadoff batter, De La Cruz, takes first on the walk. Devin Villalobos, number 3. Outfielder for the Braves will step in the batter's box. Shows bunt, fouls it off into the dugout.
Just missed the dugout. About the width of a pole.
Strike 1 to Villalobos. Nobody out here, a runner on first. Speaking of first, there's a throw over there.
Not in time.
Kind of a casual toss.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping De La Cruz honest over there. 0-1 pitch. Best misses inside. Evens the count at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on first. No score here at the top of the second. Runner going. Grounder to third. Throw to first will retire Villalobos. But De La Cruz takes second on the play. Hit and run action for the Braves. Now 1 down with the runner at second. And Connor Hayes up to bat for the Braves.
Connor wearing number 8 this season.
Inside around the knees for ball 1.
Wind picking up just a little bit.
Connor Hayes, one of the many seniors on this Braves baseball squad.
I think it was 13, I got the 19. Or
Yeah,
like
there's a bunch of them.
He looks at 1 low for the second ball.
Low on the outside this time, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch from Randolph.
There we go.
Swings that one in there for a strike. A little bit of movement on that one.
Is it fair when the pitcher is swinging and the batter is not?
Seems to be a contradiction in terms there. Ball 2, strike 1.
Nice.
Outside corner for strike 2 call. Takes us to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Top of the second, no score.
There we go.
Inside again. That one about belt high. Easy for me to say.
Full count now to Connor Hayes. And Randolph will step off the mound, keeping an eye on De La Cruz over at second now. Payoff pitch to Hayes.
Ooh. Nice curve.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and Hayes is down for out number 2. This will take us to Fabian Conchola.
Wearing number 32 this season. Remember when he was the new kid?
Yeah, I do.
He's one of those seniors.
And now he's one of the seniors, yeah. It's tough getting old. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouled off. Hard foul. That one just missed ricocheting into the Braves dugout.
Catcher goes out to talk to Randolph.
No balls, 2 strikes to Conchola with 2 out. Which is high and away.
Right about ear level outside.
Ball in the dirt, stopped nicely, however. Patrick Garcia behind the plate for the Cox today. Should make it 2-2, I think. Ooh, hard hit to left. Back and makes the catch. Solid hit ball, just
almost not quite far enough. It was about 20 feet short of the fence.
And that will retire the side here in the top of the second. No runs for the Braves, 1 left on. So after 1.5, our score remains the Braves 0 and the Conquistadors 0. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Lompoc Valley Sports Radio Network.
Speaking of Lompoc Valley Sports, big shout out to the Cabrillo girls basketball team.
Indeed.
They won their semifinal game this last weekend, beating Sunny Hills 49-39. That sends them to the CIF Division III AA final this Saturday down at Colony High School in Ontario, where they will face the girls team from Warren High School. That should be a good one. Warren beat Culver City 65-59 in overtime to get to the final game.
Warren's, I believe, 19-10. Cabrillo's 26-2 or something like that.
So best of luck to the Cabrillo girls basketball team. You can catch that game on foxsports.com, Fox Sports West. Go to Prep Zone, foxsports.com/West. You click on the Prep Zone link, and that'll get you to live video of that game Saturday at 4 o'clock. So go Conks girls.
And should they win that one, they'd be moving on to the state tournament.
Back to baseball.
It's 1-1.
Trufio Chavez at the bait.
1 hopper to short. A little bit high with the throw, but manageable.
Ruben manages to stretch up high enough to grab that one, and it's 1 down here in the bottom of the second. Patrick Garcia, number 12, catcher for the Cox, will step in to the batter's box now. That one goes off of his helmet, and if I didn't have a chain link fence in front of me, I would be down for the count. So Garcia will trot over to first. No harm done. That's why they wear helmets, ladies and gentlemen. So with 1 out, 1 on, Mason Town steps in. First pitch swinging. This one will drop into right field for a single.
Nice little flare.
well-placed shot right there. Puts runners at first and second with one down.
Yep.
Back to the top of the order here for the Conks. Ben Dixon up.
Yeah, Wee Willie Keeler would have been happy with that one. Check out where they ain't.
First pitch fouled high and out of play.
Yeah, didn't quite make it to the parking lot. But
many thankful car owners right now.
But that one was definitely had a bunch on the vertical axis.
Indeed. That means it went really high. And it takes the count to 0-1. No balls and a strike to Ben Dixon. Fouls that one away as well.
Flashing back to calculus class. Determine the area between the two parabolas defined by the foul balls Ben Dixon hit.
Dixon looks at that one high. Ball one. 1-2 the count.
Got to work a little bit to get it high for Ben.
Yeah. He's every bit of 6 feet.
Oh!
Strike 3 called, and Dixon goes down looking.
So 2 out. They're in the bottom of the second.
Cameron Benebo's now up for the Conks, trying to cash in on these 2 runners on base with 2 outs. Just outside for ball 1. Bottom of the second, runners at first and second for the Conks with 2 down. Very similar pitch to the first one. That one finds the corner, however.
Yep. It wiggled instead of waggled.
1-1. High fly ball to left. On the run, makes the play. Who was that?
Looking into the sun.
Squeezes in the glove to record out number 3. And retire the side. That was Devin Villalobos on the run to make a nice play to snag that one. Right down the third baseline. That will retire the side. No runs, 2 left on for the Conks. So after 2 complete, we are still scoreless here at McIntyre Field. Braves nothing, Conks nothing. You are listening to the baseball game of the week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
And while we're at this one, I understand the Cabrillo girls are taking on the Lompoc girls down the hill.
We will be covering any number of softball games as well this season.
Try and get you that score at some point.
We've got 5 softball games on our schedule, our broadcast schedule as well this year. So. Let's do a quick shout out to the Braves boys basketball team as well. They had a great postseason, lost in their semifinal game to Carnegie Riverside 62-44 to end their season at 15-16. What a great run they had.
Indeed.
Congratulations to a great season.
And they did not lose to the Little Sisters of the Poor.
Grounded to short. Throw to first in time to record the out on Justin Allen. One pitch and 1 out. And brings us to Caleb Ramirez. Takes one outside for strike 1 on the corner.
Got there.
Just low for that one.
Team that Lompoc was knocked out by Lompoc had players from 4 countries, 5 countries, something like that. a bunch of them are going to be going to college on scholarship.
Well, they had 16 players. 14 of them were over 6 feet tall. Most of those were over 6'4".
Yeah, they had, I think, at least 4 6'6" seniors.
It's just inside, misses. Evens the count at 2-2.
Then they had
to Ramirez.
Then they had the 6'11" center and the several 6'5" guys.
Ramirez fouls this one down the first baseline. Count stays 2-2. We had quite an audience that night too.
Well, they were loud.
Right down the third baseline. Could be a long throw just in time to record the out. Well done over there at the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's Anthony Lopez. Did a nice job fielding that one and rocketed that one over to first in time to make the play. 2 down.
And unless Jeffrey Ray reaches base, this will be the first time we've had a clean inning. Ooh.
Well, that one nixed him on the corner on the way by, so as soon as you say that.
Now batting number 21, Cortez.
So another hit batter, and Jeffrey Ray takes first. Brings up cleanup hitter Ruben Cortez.
Think we'll see a Ruben rocket?
Maybe. 2 down.
Ooh.
Or he could line it right over third.
Mm-hmm.
4 out, number 3.
A little bit of a humpback. But,
didn't get all of that one for sure. But a comparatively easy inning for the Conks. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. After 2.5 here at McIntyre Field, the score remains Lompoc nothing, Cabrillo nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week Baseball Edition right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
the Lompoc Valley Sports Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Bill's back at the studio, and we're glad you're with us, whether you're listening in your car, at home, at work, or on the treadmill. Wherever you're at, in Lompoc or away, you can listen to us on the web as well, kpegradio.com. This game streaming live as we speak all around the world.
At least we hope so.
At least it's supposed to be.
All the buttons got pushed correctly.
We had quite a listening audience, I think, from our last broadcast, the Braves semifinal basketball game. We had folks listening from Riverside and from Nevada, Michigan, even some folks in Canada tuned in that night at kpegradio.com. So, yeah, isn't technology wonderful?
Yep.
Okay, so we will go to the bottom of the third.
Noah Randolph comes out, and for some reason we have a mound conference all of a sudden. First base catcher pitcher. After we had third base pitcher and first base.
Okay, we're back to normal now. Everybody's where they belong, and Randolph will get in the box. He'll swing at the first pitch. Little grounder just past the mound, and not going to be fielded.
That's his second really good bunt, and that was probably what the discussion was about, but he went to the opposite side of the mound, and you can't lay it down better than that.
Rojas couldn't get there in time. Controlla was charging from second and couldn't get there in time. And Randolph motors down to first with another well-placed ball.
His second bunt single.
Yep.
You have to keep an eye on that.
So 1 on, nobody out for the Conks here in the third. This is Tony Hernandez at bat for the Conks. 2 straight throws over to first to keep Randolph in place. Rojas looks over there again.
Hernandez pops it foul over the Braves' first baseline dugout.
No balls on the strike to Hernandez. Fastball low, evens the count at 1 apiece.
And I got great news for you, Greg.
What's that?
The wind's picking up.
Hey!
Bowling left to right across your radio down and across the field. Another throw over to first.
Conveniently located flags in the outfield tell us which way the wind is blowing. Randolph on the run, and this will be fouled out of play.
You got some pretty good aluminum on that one, and it was lined down third base, but 4 or 5 feet outside the line.
Down there towards the softball scoreboard. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Hernandez. Another throw to first, not in time. Randolph back safely. Randolph very much on the mind of Oscar Rojas now, especially after he took off there earlier.
Thrown over to first 4 times during this at-bat.
Hernandez digs down low and fouls 1 out of play. Count stays 1-2.
Thrown to the plate 4 times, thrown to first 4 times. So make that 5.
5 to first, that is.
Yep.
Randolph still back in time. Rojas trying to keep that lead a little bit shorter. Randolph going again. Ball gets away to the backstop. Randolph thinking about third and changes wisely, stays at second.
Call that a wild pitch.
Yeah, I think so. So Randolph will advance to second. So again, the Conks have a runner in scoring position.
And Randolph was going on that one. So
2-2 count at the plate to Hernandez. Fouled high out of play. Hernandez hanging in there. Good at bat. Now see if he can cash in on it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. A runner at second for the Conks here in the bottom of the third. Grounder over to short. Throw to third. Gets away. Randolph turns the corner and heads home. He's in for 1. And Hernandez is held up at second.
Yep. And that could have been the second baseman took, or the third shortstop took a little bit too much time thinking about that one. It's early in the season and threw it low. And basically one hopped it to third from about 30 feet away.
So that's a fielder's choice and an error, I think, is how you score that.
Yeah.
And Matthew Gonzalez up now for the Conquistadors as the home team, Cabrillo, takes a 1-0 lead here in the third. Outside for ball 1, evens the count at 1 apiece. 1 runner across. Hernandez at second.
Come on, Cam. Come on, Matthew.
They're home for us again.
Just the tip of the bat on that one. Fouls up straight back to us, and it's 1-2. In the dirt, stopped nicely, however. Ramirez got in front of that one. Count 2-2 now, however. Still no outs here for the Conks in the bottom of the third. 1 across already. High and fouled, out of play.
In the parking lot.
Cortez trots over to the fence to watch it fall. Count stays even at 2.
Ruben, a senior, who likely headed for Fresno State this fall.
Chopper over the mound to second.
Ooh, nice dig by
Ruben. Throw to first was in time, apparently.
Just in time. That was a nice snag.
Cortez got down low and stretched for that one. So Gonzalez called out at first to record out number 1 here in the 3rd inning. During the play, Hernandez moves over to 3rd. And Cesar Frosto will step into the left side of the batting box. Of course, that depends on which way you're looking, doesn't it?
From our view, it's
actually the right side. Pitch to Frosto is high for ball 1. 1 down, 1 across. Runner at 3rd. It's called strike 1 on the outside.
1-1 the count.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1 run in. Aces are wild.
Low ball 2.
There goes my symmetry.
Yeah.
Hate it when that happens.
Kids have no respect for tradition.
2-1 pitch from Rojas. Fouled into the Cabrillo dugout. A little dancing over there to get out of the way of that one.
Not really sure they want dance lessons right now.
Takes the count to 2-2. Pitch is high.
So we go full.
3-2 to Cesar Frosto. There's the payoff pitch. High fly ball, shallow left.
Villalobos with the strike to the plate.
Makes a nice catch, throws home as Tony Hernandez is thinking about tagging up.
Yeah, well, he
didn't think very long.
He did tag up, but then he hit the brakes after about 4 steps. That was a nice throw.
So 2 down. Hernandez stays at 3rd. And Refugio Chavez comes up. High fly ball down 3rd baseline, out of play.
Ooh.
Oh, not quite out of play, but out of reach.
Yep.
Villalobos making a mad dash in that direction. Couldn't get there in time.
It kept working its way over, and it hit the side fence over there. The dead area between the softball field and this one. Hit about halfway up on the fence.
A lot of air under that one. 0-1. Count. Outside for a ball.
Evens the count.
1-1 to Chavez. 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 Cabrillo leading. Ooh. And pitch inside will touch the jersey of Refugio Chavez. And from his reaction down on first base, it touched a little more, I think.
Yeah. Midsection area.
Got him right around the belly area, and that's got to sting a little bit. Chavez will take first. Now runners at the corners for the Conks. 2 down, and Patrick Garcia up.
It'd be interesting to see if they hold him at first. They do.
High fly.
Out of bounds. And
just fouled on the first baseline and just out of reach. All that for one long strike.
You had to come a long ways to try and get to that one.
Well, those are the ones that drift to the right because of the prevailing wind.
Came up about 6 inches short.
Nice pitch in there for called strike 2. 0-2 now to Garcia. 2 down, 2 on.
6 batter this half inning.
Runner first going. Hard hit into center.
Back.
And makes the play. Justin Allen playing center for the Braves. Wades back to that one and makes a nice catch to record the out and end the inning. So the Conquistadors come up with 1. They leave 2 on. So after 3 complete.
1-0.
It's Cabrillo 1, Lompoc 0. You're listening to the baseball game of the week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. We talked about all the other basketball teams, Mike. We should mention the 2 we haven't spoken of yet. The Cabrillo boys, after a stellar league season, came up short in the first round of the playoffs, losing to Rio Grande 47-46 in a last-second buzzer beater.
Yeah, a very good Rio Grande team.
And the Lompoc girls made it to the playoffs, but lost their first-round action to Rigetti 64-43 to end their season. So 2 out of the 4 local basketball teams made it to the playoffs. Looking again at this Braves baseball roster, there's
4 out of 4. 2 out of the 4 made it past the first round.
Oh, that's right. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. Yeah.
You had me puzzled there for a minute. Wait, what?
What? Huh?
Yeah, Rigetti was very highly ranked coming in too. So.
Okay, so Oscar Rojas up to bat for the Braves to lead things off here in the top of the 4th.
He decides to get in the swing of things and misses. And then almost gets hit.
That one inside shoulder high for ball 1. Fouls that one off the end of the bat. So a ball and 2 strikes to Rojas.
Nice slider. Looking away from it.
That one's in the dirt low. Should take us to 2-2. Another one high and a little in. Full count to Rojas, 3-2. Pitcher on pitcher here.
Ooh.
And Rojas will take that one in the back.
Or slightly lower.
Backside.
Yeah. And the home plate umpire is going to have a little discussion with the catcher who wanders out to the mound. And it's like, hey, I know you had 3 of you guys hit by the pitcher, but let's not see any more of that.
Yeah, there's been a multitude of free passes to first base after getting hit by the ball from both sides. So nobody out for the Braves. Rojas at first. Rojas going.
Popped up just in front of us.
Christian De La Cruz tries to bunt that one. Goes foul. Rojas will have to return to first. De La Cruz now looking at an 0-1 count. 1-0 is our score. Cabrillo on top here in the top of the 4th. Throw over to first. Rojas dives back head first safely.
Cabrillo would dearly love to see Rojas digging on the ground a number of times here.
Little blooper foul down the first baseline. Oh, fair ball. Okay, yep, foul. Everybody kept moving.
Yeah.
Scared me for a second. Looked foul to me.
The runners kept going, and the first base coach was waving people, but the home plate umpire had called foul very early on.
Head coach Brian Aguilar out to have a little discussion about it.
Brian taking over the program. He's longtime head coach, Allen.
First-year head coach, as we had at the basketball team as well. Paul Tarona's taking over those duties. Did a fine job.
Changing of the guard.
Just wish Brian Aguilar as much success as
Jim Allen.
As Jim Allen had and as Paul Tarona's had. Strike 3 at the plate. De La Cruz goes down, and we've got 1 out.
Throw to first was low and late.
So we go to Devin Villalobos. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Villalobos getting a lot of exercise over there in left field so far tonight.
Yep.
0-1 pitch. Runner going. Throw to second.
High.
Runner's in safely. So Rojas with the stolen base puts him at second with 1 out. At the plate, Villalobos looking at 0-2 count. Chopper foul off the plate. Count stays 0-2 to Devin Villalobos.
1 out, so for the 4th.
And a beautiful view and a full moon straight ahead. Low and inside. Ball 1 to Villalobos, 1-2 now, with 1 down.
Villalobos, one of the multi-sport athletes on this team.
One-two pitch. Foul out of play.
And that one will reach the far side of the parking lot.
Count stays 1-2.
So after 2 quick strikes, he's been staying alive out there.
Been battling.
Ooh.
Corkscrew swing, and Villalobos goes down for out number 2. So 2 out, and Connor Hayes up to bat. Rojas still at second after getting hit by a pitch.
One of the few strikeouts we've seen by the Braves today.
Foul off the plate for strike 1. No balls and a strike, 2 outs, runner at second. Braves down by 1 here in the top of the 4th. Little blooper over towards short. Throw on the run. The first hand records the out. Well done.
Rojas came chugging to the plate, but
good defense by the Conquistadors that turn. Saves a run. No runs, one left here for the Braves in the top of the fourth. After 3.5, it's Cabrillo 1, Lompoc nothing. You are listening to the baseball version of the Game of the Week right here on 100.9 KPEG.
On the Lompoc Valley Sports Network.
Here's a little announcement for you. Lompoc Library is hosting what they call Teen Tech Week, March 5 through 9. That's just starting this next Monday. This year's theme is Libraries Are for Creating. There will be a different event every day of the week. For more information, call the library at 875-8775. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I can tell you this. It does involve zombies and duct tape.
Okay.
So that sounds pretty interesting in itself. Teen Tech Week at the Lompoc Library. Zombies and duct tape.
Yeah.
Not necessarily at the same time. I'm not quite sure. So we'll go to the bottom of the fourth with Cabrillo up 1-0.
My question would be, who gets to use the duct tape? The teens or the zombies?
Or do you use the duct tape on the zombies?
Well, if the teens get to use the duct tape, then they probably use it on the zombies.
Maybe that's the cure for zombies. If you can't fix it with duct tape, you can't fix it. It's not worth keeping anyway. So.
Well, I was thinking maybe the zombies are parents who are trying to keep their teens from going.
Yeah, right now we've got Oscar Rojas down on his knees almost on the pitching mound. He goes,
looks like he was trying to stretch something.
Remember, he got beamed in the back. They're in the
top half
of this inning. It took one square in the backside, lower back area. He stays in there. And he will pitch to Mason Towns, who will foul off the first one for strike one.
He had quite a bit of steam on that, so doesn't appear to have lost a lot of velocity on his throws.
We will keep an eye on him, however. Ooh, nice pitch there. Strike two called.
That one was a nice wobbly one that wiggled and squirmed right over the plate.
That one misses low and away. Ball and 2 strikes now to Mason Towns. Foul tip, but into the glove of Caleb Ramirez behind the plate, and that will be strike 3 and out number 1. So with 1 down, Ben Dixon, top of the order for the Conquistadors.
I'm trying to think of a sport that Ben Dixon doesn't play. Maybe
bunt straight back to the mound. Rojas has got it. Nice little toss over to Cortez at first to record out number 2.
Maybe boys volleyball.
So Dixon will trot back to the dugout. 2 down. Hard hit ball into center, shallow center. Should be easy enough. That's Cameron Binnebos that knocks that one into center field for out number 3.
And Allen was right there.
So a 1-2-3 inning for the Conquistadors here at the bottom of the 4th.
First of the game.
Yeah.
For anybody.
4 complete here at McIntyre Field. Our score remains the Conquistadors 1 and the Braves nothing. You're listening to the baseball edition of the Game of the Week right here on 100.9 KPEG, your home for local sports.
On the Lompoc Valley Sports Radio Network. Check us out on kpegradio.com.
Can also go there to find the entire broadcast schedule that we have planned for this spring.
Yeah, hopefully we get to execute it as
as planned. Yeah.
As planned.
As we mentioned earlier, next Thursday, a week from this Thursday, the 8th, we will be down at Pottery Field in Lompoc to watch the Lompoc Braves host the St. Inez Pirates. Game time, 3:30. Hope you can join us.
Yeah, last year, St. Inez took lead. Templeton was second. Santa Maria was third, and then Lompoc defeated Cabrillo twice in the last week to take fourth. So the Braves schedule is kind of front-loaded this year. They've got Cabrillo and then Santa Inez and Santa Maria. Bang, bang, bang.
Conchola up to bat for the Braves to start things off here in the top of the 5th.
Takes a called strike.
That looks at one in the dirt.
Yeah.
Nicely stopped by Garcia back there.
Yeah. Had a few pitches today that would make Long Beach State happy. The dirt bags.
Conchola fouls that one out of the play. Finds himself on a 1-2 hole here with no outs in the 5th.
That's 2 fouls in a row.
Staying alive. Count stays 1-2. Ooh, grounder over to second.
Gonna be tough.
Short. Long throw.
Ooh.
Not in time.
Pulled him off the bag.
Chavez with a nice stretch trying to get that one in.
I'm going to say that's a hit. That would be a difficult play for just about anybody except maybe Ozzie.
Give Conchola a single. One on, nobody out here in the 5th.
Allen up to that. Oh, man, they're lofting the popcorn at us again.
Yeah. These nachos earlier, too. Killing me. Throw to first, not in time. Back at the plate, Justin Allen looking at no balls, 1 strike.
Ooh, that one just missed.
That one looked pretty good from Randolph. 1-1, however. Throw to first again, not in time. Conchola head first into the bag. 1-run game. Rio on top. 1-0 in the 5th. Conchola going. Chopper over towards the mound. Randolph will field it and run over to first to make the out. But Conchola will advance to second on the play. A little high chopper between the mound and first base.
Now that is Ramirez.
So with 1 down and a man in second, Caleb Ramirez comes up to bat for Lompoc. Tying run in scoring position for the Braves. Oh, strike 1 to Ramirez.
Braves haven't been able to replicate their offensive production from Saturday's game.
Had a couple of chances.
Boy, that one took some funny bounces. That
fouled off.
Yeah. If you tried that shot in pool, they throw you out of the hall.
So some nice English on that one. Fouled off around the feet and then took a nice bounce backwards and sideways.
Yeah.
Makes the count 0-2. Outside for the ball. One ball, 2 strikes to Caleb Ramirez. Conchola at second with 1 out. Reaches out to them.
Oh, right over the bag at second.
Conchola turning the corner at third. Long throw to the plate. Will not get there in time. Conchola slides in safely.
And he takes a wide turn at second, and then the coach at first is waving him back with some vigorousness.
So we're all tied up at 1. Ramirez with an RBI double. And that will bring up Jeffrey Ray. Most recently seen dribbling the ball at Cabrillo Pavilion.
Yeah. Said Ray, and I started writing down number 2.
Hard hit
that may
in the right center. That's going to drop.
Yeah.
It's deep. Another run will score.
And Ray headed for third, and he's got some wheels, and he's in there standing up.
An RBI triple for Jeffrey Ray brings home Caleb Ramirez from second. And it's 2-1 Braves here in the 5th. Still only 1 out. And cleanup hitter Ruben Cortez coming up to bat.
I don't think he's going to be taken.
I doubt it. Watches that one go by high for ball 1. Takes that one low. In there for a strike, however. 1-1 the count to Cortez. 1 out. Jeffrey Ray at third. 2 runs across for the Braves already. Randolph just misses that one low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Cortez. Ooh. Check swing, call strike, however. 2-2 to Cortez.
That was right on the corner. And that one's fouled off.
Foul down the first baseline, not a play.
Cue ball down there.
Count stays 2-2 to Cortez with 1 out. A runner at third for the Braves.
2 in so far in this half inning.
Cortez fouls off another one. This one makes it to the parking lot. Count stays 2-2.
And Ruben was looking to make it a 4-1 game with that swing.
Ooh. Another foul. 3 straight fouls by Cortez. Getting pieces of it. It's hard to hit one over the fence over with this wind.
Yeah.
2-2.
Ooh.
Pop up high.
I think that's going to go out of play.
Out of play, I think. Or not out of play, but out of reach.
Yeah,
just inside the fence past the Braves dugout.
That got up there in the wind and was wiggling around and doing strange things.
It's amazing what that baseball can do when you get it up about 100 feet in the air.
Yeah. Or even 75 to 90.
2-2 to Cortez. And he takes a hard one to the shoulder.
Yep.
I heard that one thump from here. And Cortez will take first. And that will bring a conference to the mound. A full conference. The entire infield and the coaching staff out to talk to Noah Randolph. We've got Jeffrey Ray at third. Ruben Cortez at first. 2 runs across for the Braves here in the top of the 5th to take a 2-1 lead.
And the Braves would dearly love to make that a bigger number.
Well, guess who's going to be up?
Rojas.
Oscar Rojas. No stranger to the bases today.
No.
He got plunked the last time he was out, didn't he?
Yep.
Whole lot of plunking going on.
Yep.
Randolph will stay in for the Conquistadors. Oh, hard hit over to second, off the glove.
Not in time.
Throw to second too late as Cortez dives in head first, and Ray scores from third. Everybody's safe, and another run across.
Number 17, De La Cruz.
It's 3-1. That'll bring up Christian De Cruz for the Braves.
Runners first and second.
Rojas throwing on his jacket over there on first, and he's going to get a pinch runner, actually. He's going to come out and run. Wearing number 33, Shamar Savage. Familiar name to Lompoc football fans.
And he can run.
Yes, he can. That might be why he's there. He's tall, too.
Yep.
First and second now for the Braves. Still only one out here in the top of the fifth inning. 3 runs across for Lompoc so far.
Still just one out.
And De La Cruz at bat. Ooh, takes strike one called. Lower part of the strike zone for that one. 0-1. Misses that one outside and away. Evens the count at 1 apiece. 1-1 to Christian De La Cruz. Foul down the first baseline.
Yeah. One chopper and then right over Coach Aguilar.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Have you noticed, Greg, that the coaches keep getting younger and younger?
High fly ball over towards third. On the track and makes the catch.
Infield fly roll was in effect.
Anthony Lopez fighting the wind and the sun to get that one in the dark. 2 down. Devin Villalobos up to bat for the Braves. Ball is loose, heading towards the fence here behind us, in front of us, and both runners will advance. Cortez goes to third. Savage over to second on the wild pitch. And all of a sudden, 2 runners in scoring position now for the Braves. 3 across already.
Yeah, Lobos can yank one here. It changed this game quite a bit.
Randolph trying to stop the damage here in the 5th inning.
A lot of room over there in right center.
Nice pitch in for a strike. 1-1 now. Villalobos digs that one out of the dirt and fouls it into the dugout.
John Osborne waving his center fielder over a little more towards right there to close some of that gap.
1-2 pitch from Randolph.
Ooh.
Tipped into the glove, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But some damage done here for the Braves in the top of the 5th. 3 runs across, that'll leave 2. So after a 4.5 here at McIntyre Field, our score is now Lompoc 3, Cabrillo 1. And you are listening to the baseball edition of the KPEG Game of the Week right here on 100.9 FM, your home for local sports.
And KPEGradio.com, the Lompoc Valley Sports Network.
That is Mike Loney. I'm Greg Ratcliffe. Bill Smith is back at KPEG Control, manning the stream and the radio dials.
We got Dr. Draw today.
Yep. The A team.
Ooh. Uh-oh, Judy's going to get you there.
We said the day team. The day team, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bill's the day team, Judy's the night team.
The tape will be reviewed.
After further review, they both do a terrific job.
Yes, they do. That's why they earn the big bucks, Greg.
Guess what else is happening, Mike?
All kinds of stuff.
When's the last time you went on an Easter egg hunt?
Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. Trying to make me activate memory now.
Well, while you work on that, I'll tell you that the Lompoc, City of Lompoc Recreation Division is hosting their annual Easter egg hunt on Saturday, March 31st, down at River Park. Got 4 different age groups. The fun starts at 10 o'clock. For more information, call the Rec Division at 875-8100.
Randolph fouls off the first pitch.
Noah Randolph, 5'11", 150-pound senior, it says here.
Yeah.
Playing in his last high school baseball season. In there for strike 2. Takes a ball outside. 2-2.
Okay.
Ramirez with a nice stop. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Randolph. Chopper over towards short, picked up by the third baseman on the run. Throw to first. Cortez has got it.
Nice job cutting that off.
Out number 1. De La Cruz over there at third with a nice play for the Braves. Records out number 1 and brings up Tony Hernandez. Fouls that one out of play for strike 1. Rojas still on the mound for the Braves. Still throwing with some pretty good velocity, looks like.
Yeah.
Put that one in there high, however, 1-1 the count.
In case you're wondering, in high school ball, you can pinch run for the pitcher and he can re-enter the game once.
Two balls and a strike. That one fouled off the bat, off the plate, and off of everything for strike 2. That's why catchers wear protective gear. 2-2 pitch. High and away, ball 3.
There's also a reason why they call them the tools of ignorance, Craig.
Yeah.
Ooh, line shot to left, and that's going to drop.
That's a fair ball down the third baseline. Turning for 2 is Hernandez, and he'll have a stand-up leadoff. Not leadoff, a stand-up double.
Number 13.
Matthew Gonzalez will step up for the Conquistadors. Runner in scoring position for the Conks with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Fouled out of play. No balls in the strike to Gonzalez. Braves leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cabrillo in catch-up mode all of a sudden.
That one just low. Even the count at 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on.
Greg's numerology is back in order.
For the moment. Pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Hernandez over at second with a reasonable lead and a throwback that makes him honest.
Throw to the shortstop. Trying to sneak over behind him.
2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 2-2 now to Gonzalez.
And that one had the steam we were talking about earlier.
A little mustard, yeah. Grounded foul down third baseline, just foul. So the Conchs are playing catch up and Rojas is throwing mustard. I guess this is a good time for a hot dog.
Yes, indeed. It's a good thing you're here, Greg.
Ball is loose. Behind the plate, throw to third. Not in time as Hernandez will steal third on the loose ball.
And that was ball number 3.
Alert to base running there by Hernandez. Slides in safe to third. 3-2 at the plate.
Ooh.
High heat gets him swinging. Strike 3.
Yeah, that was definitely some eye candy.
Now that's number 4.
That records out number 2. Brings up Cesar Frausto.
And remind you, he's a lefty, so runner at third. The plate is open.
RBI opportunity here for number 4. See if Frausto can cash in.
If you can play a bunt down the first base line, squeeze one. Well,
or he can hit this one over second base and into right field.
Off the glove.
Off the glove of a leaping Conchola and into second, and that will score Hernandez from third. And give Frausto an RBI single. It's 3-2 now.
You calling that a hit or an error, Greg?
I'm calling that a hit. Ball 1 low to Chavez. Of course, in my own defense, I was screened up by the home plate umpire, so I couldn't see.
Yeah.
So you say it was error. Throw to first, not in time?
Well, he was leaping, but it was off the web of the glove. So
I was thinking that it was just a little too high to field.
And another throw to first. That seems to be the theme of the game today.
That hit batters.
Yeah.
High and out of play down the first baseline.
A lot of guys charging for it, but
anything hit down that direction is going to drift about 30 feet to the right because of the prevailing winds.
And it's going to tail away from you, so you're going to have Shamar Savage kind of speed to get to that.
Count is 1-1. Another throw to first. Not in time.
Ooh, that was close,
that
though.
time. We've got Refugio Chavez at the plate looking at 1-1 with 2 down. Runner going. Throw to second. Comes loose. It's rolling around in center field. And Frausto will take third. On the error. So the tying run now at third for the Conquistadors. And the count's 2-1 to Chavez.
Tying run at third.
Chavez will step out. Now back in.
In the bottom of the fifth.
This one smacked into left field. That'll score Fausto from third. Chavez with an RBI single. And all of a sudden we're tied up at 3. And that will bring the Braves coaching staff out. And the infield in, and we'll have a conference at the mound. Cabrillo able to answer here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 runs of their own, and not done yet with only 2 out. We're tied up at 3-3, bottom of the 5th. Question now is, does Rojas stay in the game?
Yeah, I think he does. There are 2 out if he, nobody, well, 1 on, so, but at first, so. Doesn't appear that he's being bothered by being hit by a pitch earlier, but
he will remain in the game. First pitch is going to be foul out of play once again, over towards the parking lot. This is Patrick Garcia, catcher. Ruben Cortez from first, getting a lot of exercise, running over to the fence, chasing fly balls that are heading toward the parking lot.
He should be in shape.
Yeah, and he's been doing a lot of running in the last few months. Well hit in the left.
Right to the glove.
Into the glove of Villalobos to retire the side.
We have a tie ball game. 3-3.
Well, 2 runs scored, 1 runner left on base for the Conch. So after 5 complete innings, we are tied up again. It's Lompoc 3, Cabrillo 3. And you are listening to the baseball version of the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
And KPEGradio.com on the Lompoc Valley Sports Radio Network.
Let's take a look at the upcoming Cabrillo schedule. If we can find it. There we go. They're going to play San Ynez coming up on the 1st of March, this Thursday, just a couple of days from now.
They get to jump in head first with both feet, too.
Yep. They get down there. They got Paso Robles coming up, Santa Maria, Orchid Academy, a little game from Carpinteria.
Yeah, well, same division as the Braves. It's Division 5 of the 7 NCIF Southern Section. In case you were wondering how close this series is between Lompoc and Cabrillo, over the last 17 years, these 2 teams have played 28 games. Would you care to guess what the overall record in that
Wouldn't
period?
be 14-14, would it?
It would be. And as a matter of fact, they used to only play 2 games. It's only been the last 2 years that they've played 3 games. Would you believe 1-1, 1-1, 0-2, 2-0, 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 2-0, 0-2, 1-1, 1-1, 0-3, and last year 3-0 for the Braves. So 14-14 over the last 17 years.
That's about as even as it gets.
And anytime anybody won the series, the next year the other team would win it. So
we have a pitching change here for the Conquistadors, as number 13, Matthew Gonzalez, will step in to take over for Noah Randolph here in the top of the 6th.
Looks like we have a good player for the Braves also.
yeah, we're going to have
A.J. Arias will pick up the bat for the Braves here.
Another one of the football, basketball, baseball players for Lompoc. AJ's got some pop. He can get hold of one.
He's a big kid. I don't remember them growing them that big when I was in school.
Oh, well.
Maybe I was just small.
At one point, Lompoc had the biggest offensive line in Southern Section on the football team. They averaged 191 pounds, right?
Topper over towards first, foul.
Can you imagine a 191-pound average offensive line? And you couldn't even get that in the 8-man these days.
Arias swings at that one. Strike 2. Quickly finds himself down. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here on the top of the sixth inning.
Wild pitch.
Wild pitch from Gonzalez goes back to the screen. No harm, no foul with nobody on base.
Yeah.
1-2. Check swing outside. Ball 2. Let's call jalapenos again. 2-2 pitch from Gonzalez. Got him swinging.
Some more eye candy.
Arias goes down swinging for out number 1. That'll bring up Fabian Conchola. He hit and scored a run last inning, if I recall correctly.
Pitch cut the outside of the plate for a called strike. No, up a bit.
Dismissed with that one. Ball 1. 1-1. The Conchola. 1 down here in the Braves half of the 6th inning. High and inside for ball 2.
That one up a lot. This is the one where you look for something low and away or something in your ear.
Conchola takes a cut at that one, comes up empty for strike 2.
It's the low and away.
Not in the ear. 2-2. Low and in for ball 3. Full count to Conchola.
Yeah, that one was ankle level.
Ball 4 to Conchola.
That one was way outside.
He will take first. Takes us to the top of the Braves batting order. Justin Allen, number 22.
Played quite well in center.
Another one of those Braves seniors. Low and away. Quick throw to first. Conchola back in time. Ball and no strikes to Justin Allen. Another throw to first. Conchola getting a little dirtier every time.
And it is quite a spectacular moon up there, Greg.
It is.
It's going to be really nice after dark. Pretty good now.
If you can look away from your radio dial long enough, look to the east.
Yeah, step outside.
And you'll see a beautiful full moon in about
one hopper to the plate for another ball. And then that went in for a strike, called strike.
Should have a 2-1 count to Justin Allen. With 1 out and 1 on here in the 6th. Chopper over towards
second. Could be trouble.
Flip over to second for 1. No throw to first.
Nice play by Noah Randolph, who's moved over there to short.
So they'll get the lead runner. Allen will take first base, and with 2 outs, Caleb Ramirez will step into the batter's box. in a 3-3 ball game here in the top of the 6th inning.
2 out.
Nice stop back there by Patrick Garcia. Ball 1. Run off pitch from Gonzalez. Oh, throw to first, actually. And Allen will dive head first back into the bag safely. There's another jersey that'll have to get washed.
Yeah, his was going to have to go through the ringer anyways.
Check swing called strike. Evens the count of 1 apiece to Caleb Ramirez. Ooh. A lot of error to that one, but way out of play down the
golf
third base
foul.
line.
It'll drop right over next to the fence, but the fielders were looking back into the sun, and the wind was blowing that thing all over the place. If they had caught it with a butterfly net, it would have been remarkable.
As it is, it's 1-2 to Ramirez. Gonzalez with another throw to first. Allen safely back once again. We got a 3-3 ball game here on the top of the 6th.
And we're kind of repeating a pattern here that we've seen through the years.
Wild pitch will send Allen over to second.
Of the Braves scoring early and Cabrillo scoring late. So if the Braves can punch one over here, it would be a big boon.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Ooh.
And another pitch gets back here to the wall. And Justin Allen will trot over to third. So now the lead run, or go-ahead run, is at third base for the Braves. The count is 3-2 at the plate. Gonzalez trying to get out of the 6th inning for the Cox. Well hit, but straight over to the shortstop.
Noah Randolph has had a whale of a game.
Being at the right place at the right time for sure. And that will record out number 3. Retire the Braves here in the 6th. No runs, they'll leave 1. It's after 5.5, looks like. We're tied up at 3. Lompoc 3, Cabrillo 3. This is the KPEG Game of the Week right here at your home for local sports, 100.9.
And it looks like they're going to let him pitch some more.
Rojas coming out to the mound. Yep. Taking a look at the Los Padres League. It's Lompoc, Cabrillo, San Ynez, Napomo, Morro Bay, Orchid Academy, Santa Maria, and Templeton rounding out the LPL.
Last time.
Yeah. Last time you'll hear that. Most of those teams going bye-bye to the CIF Central Division. Central Section, excuse me.
Yeah. Lompoc, Cabrillo, and San Ynez will be in a very interesting Channel League next year with Santa Barbara, Dos Pueblos, and San Marcos as well. And if you're looking at girls water polo, that's going to be a massive conglomeration. Just to give you an idea, DP and San Marcos competed in the Open Division, and San Marcos won their first CIF championship by beating Dos Pueblos. Santa Barbara was the #1 seed in Division 2? Either 1 or 2.
Well, with Oscar Rojas still on the mound, we have Mason Towns at the plate for the Conks. He's ahead of the count 2-0. And watching strike 1 go by. Rojas not wasting any time out there.
Yeah, he's working quickly.
Throws that one high for ball 3.
Yeah, just a little, right over the plate, but just a little high.
And ball 4. Quickly, Mason Towns trots over to first. And the leadoff man for the Conks is on base here in the bottom of the 6th. Ben Dixon now up to bat for the Conquistadors.
Can we call him Big Ben Dixon?
We could. He's looking to bunt.
Ooh.
Scores up and fouls it high off the screen.
Yeah, that one hit the angled portion of the screen up there, I think.
Way up there. 1 strike to Dixon. Has that ball even come down yet? Oh, beginning to wonder. Dixon showing bunt again. Takes one inside for a ball.
Cabrillo's done very well with the bunts today.
Mm-hmm. They could use another good one right now. 1-1 pitch to Dixon.
Ooh.
Shows bunt. Takes strike 2.
That was a nice pitch.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Ben Dixon with nobody out here in the Cabrillo 6th.
Ooh. And that one was nowhere close.
That one was way high.
We have seen glimmers of really good pitching from both Rojas and Randolph today. But the inconsistency, as you kind of expect early in the season, has definitely been there.
Oh, check swing, strike 3 called on Dixon.
That one just froze him, and that may have been the best pitch he's thrown all day.
Inside, a little tight, and right on the money. 1 down. Go to first, not in time.
I'm sure you're shocked that they threw over there, Greg.
I guess, never seen that before. Cameron Venabos up to bat now for the Conks. One of 2 lefties in their starting roster.
Yeah. Cameron's been around on the Cabrillo Diamond for a while.
Yep. One of their seniors as well. Quite a few seniors on the Cabrillo roster as well.
Looks at the ball. And then we have another throw to first.
8 seniors on this Cabrillo varsity team this season. Ooh. Outside for a ball.
Two-0 count. 3-3 tie. Top of the 6th. 1 away.
Bottom 6, actually.
Bottom 6, yes. That's why we have 2 of us.
And I get adjusted way more than anybody else. Ball 3, 3-0 count. There's one, taking all the way. Ball, strike 1. One out, 1 on, 3-1 at the plate. And Venabos has already tossed down his bat and was heading to first when he got strike 2 called.
Yeah, the umps usually don't like it when you go for a walk before they call it.
Full count now.
Sometimes that can change it. Oh!
Diving snag there at shortstop, and a throw to first to double him up. What a play at short. And that was, of course, what was that?
Shortstop for the Braves.
Christian De La Cruz with a diving grab at short. The runner at first was halfway to second. De La Cruz hops up, throws to first. Cortez nabs it, steps on the bag for out number 3 for the double play and ends the inning. What a great play.
Mm-hmm. Could be the play of the game.
So far, you betcha. No question.
We're headed for the top of the 7th. And
no runs for the Conquistadors in the 6th after 6 complete. It's a 3-3 tie here at McIntyre Field. So somebody needs to score here in the 7th, or we may be going to an extra frame.
And we know how much you love overtime, right?
I love extra frames. This is the most fun I have all day long. What am I looking for? Sure. That's what I'm looking for. Another event taking place in the Lompoc Valley here this next weekend is the 2nd annual Dance Lompoc contest sponsored by the Lompoc Chamber of Commerce. It's Saturday the 10th starting at 6 o'clock. Some local people working with some dance professionals and competing to raise money for their favorite local charities. Always a lot of fun. More information on that, you can call the Chamber at 736-4567. So to the top of the 7th inning we go.
If they don't clobber us with a ball before we get there.
Jeffrey Ray takes a mighty hack at the first pitch. Gets a piece of it foul, strike 1. Watches that one low and away, ball 1. Didn't miss by much.
Yep.
Ball and a strike to Ray. He wanted to go for that one, held back and got called strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to Ray.
Just got a piece of that.
Fouled over to the Cabrillo dugout.
Wanted to see Coach dance a little bit over there. So now he's moving over behind some players.
Count stays. Ball and 2 strikes to Jeffrey Ray. Dribbles this one down the first baseline.
It's going to be close.
And got him. That was a tough play. Chavez tracked it down. Gonzalez was over there as well and needed to cover the bag, but Chavez was able to get it and beat Ray to the bag for out number 1.
It was one of those where Chavez had to take like 2.5 steps to get to the bag, which is kind of an awkward thing, and it was a difficult play that he executed very well.
So with 1 down, Ruben Cortez, peanut batter for the Braves, up. Takes ball 1 and then swings at strike 1. 1-1 to Ruben. Has the capability of hitting the ball really hard to make good contact.
Ooh. And he was trying to hit the ball really hard.
Trying to hit, yep. He was trying that time. Missed it for strike 2. We're in the top of the 7th with 1 out in a 3-3 tie. Cortez takes ball 2. We finally reached that period where the wind has kind of dropped off a bit and it's kind of desultory and then gusts for a bit. Grounder back towards the mound, through the hole and into center field for a single.
Yeah.
Sharply hit right over the mound, right over second base. And Cortez on first with a 1-out single here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up pitcher Oscar Rojas with a chance to help himself and his team right here. Outside for ball 1.
Looks at ball 1.
Cortez with a short lead off of first, but they'll check him back.
And I'm shocked, Greg. Shocked. They threw over to first.
Ruben known more for his power than his speed.
Yep.
1-0 pitch. Over towards second. Throw to second for one. Throw to first. Not in time. So they'll get Cortez that second.
Yeah, Ruben took a hefty lead, but you're looking back towards the plate. He was looking right back into the sun, and he had to delay half a step before he took off.
So that's 2 outs. Rojas now at first. And that'll bring up Christian De La Cruz. Ball 1 in the dirt. Throw over to first. Rojas back.
Consecutive batters, we've had a ball in the dirt and then a throw to first.
Getting a sense of pattern here, Mike.
And guess what? A ball in the dirt.
Ball in the dirt, and a throw from the catcher to first. So a little variation on a familiar theme.
Yeah.
Count is now 2-0 to De La Cruz. Foul out of play.
Yeah. Looked like he was trying to poke that over the first baseman and into the right field, but couldn't quite get it straightened out enough.
And I heard a very suspicious sounding thump coming from the parking lot after that one.
Rather hear thumps than breaking glass, Greg.
2-1, another throw to first. Rojas back. Two balls, a strike, 2 outs, 1 on here in the top of the 7th in the 3-3 ball game. Chopper over towards second. Should be an easy play.
And it is.
Throw to first, retires the side. So no runs for the Braves. 1 left. So 6.5 complete here at McIntyre Field, and we are tied up at 3. Lompoc 3, Cabrillo 3. You're listening to the baseball edition of the KPEG Game of the Week, right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 FM.
KPEG and KPEGradio.com.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Bill's back at the studio, and you are wherever you are.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully near a radio or computer.
Yeah.
We hope you're enjoying our broadcast, and we are so happy to be here with you. There's going to be a pitching change for the Lompoc Braves as Fabian Conchola will step in to take over for Oscar Rojas.
Good. Decent 6 innings for us.
Yeah. Cabrillo would dearly love to come up with 1 here in the bottom of the 7th to put 1 in the win column the first time this year.
It'd basically take anything from 1 to 4 at this point.
Yeah.
Got 2.
Both teams wanting to start league play off with a victory. As I mentioned in the pregame, this is actually a pretty important game. Not only rivalry-wise, but it's a way to start off the league in good shape.
Yeah, well, last year we saw that the CIF playoff spot came down to 2 games between these 2 teams late, and the reason it came down to those 2 late was because of the one early in the season.
Yeah. So this is, oddly enough, the first game of the league season, but a very pivotal game as well.
And guess who's at the plate? Mr. Noah Randolph.
He'll watch ball 1 low.
Who has been dangerous at the plate today and dangerous on the mound.
Conchola low with his first 2 pitches, and it's 2-0 to Noah Randolph.
I think Randolph has 3 hits from both places.
Randolph taking on that one. Strike one call. 2 balls and a strike. Here on the bottom of the 7th in a 3-3 tie. Schoffer over towards third. On the run is Cortez, who located over there. The throw gets away.
No, it was snow coned by.
Did he? Wow, did he get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was.
Well, that's Rojas over at first.
Mm-hmm.
A terrific play by Cortez, now over at third base to snag that ball on the run, heave it over to first, and Rojas dug it out somehow for the out. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th.
That was a huge one.
Whew, yeah. Tony Hernandez up to bat. Well hit into left. Is it fair?
Just foul.
Just foul. That would have been a stand-up double for Hernandez. As it is, strike one.
He's about 1.5 feet outside the line there. About, maybe just a shade under 300 feet there.
So think of this, Mike, a game of inches.
Yeah.
If we hadn't made that play at first there, and that had been fair, game over.
Yep.
And this one is fair. Hit down the third base hard. Will they go for 2? Yes. Hernandez turning. No, he'll be hold up.
Very nice throw out there in the left field.
Well hit ball down the third baseline. Hernandez held for a single, however. A 1-out single puts a man at first. And brings up Matt Gonzalez. A winning run now at first for the Conks. Gonzalez takes strike one call.
Conks would be quite happy to go station to station to pick that one up.
Oh, yeah. 0-1 pitch. Well hit. Deep left. Catch made, however.
Yeah.
And Hernandez, who was...
scrambles back.
Almost all the way to second, had to go all the way back.
Yeah.
So 2 down. And here we go. Cesar Frausto.
And we're 1 out away from extras, Greg.
We are. Throw to first. Not in time as Hernandez dives back.
I'm shocked.
Should have been keeping track of how many throws we've had to first.
I can carry that, but it's dozens.
I'll add another one to it because there's none.
I haven't been keeping a running tally, but I have been keeping track of them when they occur.
Frausto fouls this one out of play for strike one. I think we finally have more throws to first than we have hit batters.
Oh, easily.
which is a good sign. They were neck and neck there for a little while.
We've only had 6 hit batters.
Runner go.
Oh, right through the gap.
And hit into right field. Hernandez to go to third and will be held there.
Ooh. That was a line shot.
So hit and run on. We've got runners at the corners, first and third with 2 outs.
It bounced on the dirt right at the front of the skinned area and kicked into right field. And I mean, it got there in a hurry.
So the winning run now at third for the Conks. And Refugio Chavez up for Cabrillo with a chance to win this one for the Conks. 2 down, 2 on, bottom of the 7th. Frausto takes second unopposed.
Defensive indifference.
Yep. And ball 1 at the plate to Chavez. Went after that one, fouls it off the plate for a strike. Evens the count at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th with runners at second and third. Cabrillo trying to break a 3-3 tie with the walk-off win.
Tess did get a piece of it.
Dribbled it foul towards the Lompoc dugout.
And we are a strike away from either a Conquistador win or extra innings.
1-2 is the count to Chavez. Conchola ready. There's the throw. Ooh, just misses for ball 2.
And that was
close.
That had the Cabrillo crowd
nervous.
Very nervous.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on.
Ooh.
Blowing away, ball 3.
Nice job behind the plate to stop that one. Well, we had to go to a full count, Greg.
Of course.
This is Lompoc Cabrillo. It can't ever be easy.
3-2, 2 down. The pitch from Conchola. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 and out number 3. The side is retired with 2 runners in scoring position. And you know what that means, Mike?
Extras.
We're going to extra innings. We love it. 7 complete here at McIntyre Field, and we're tied up 3-3, Lompoc versus Cabrillo in Game 1 of the Los Padres League season.
So this is Cabrillo's 3rd game this season, and they will have not played a 7-inning game
yet. 9 innings in their first game, 5 in their second, and 7 and counting here tonight.
And that moon is just sitting up there looking beautiful tonight.
I notice it's getting higher as the time goes on, too.
Yeah, it's getting higher and a little bit brighter.
Higher as it gets a little chillier.
Yeah. The wind kicking back up a bit.
Game time temperature was about 54 degrees. Wind chill makes that about -10.
Yeah.
You're close to it.
My sister pointed out earlier today that we had warmer weather for football this season than we did.
Go figure.
Than we're having for baseball. So
well, at least we know we're not going to get any rain out this year.
Well, I was beginning to worry about that a little bit yesterday, but I think we're having a gap today, and then it looks like might be rain Thursday and Friday. So. Don't know.
Well, we've had about 2.5 inches of rainfall this rain season so far, which is about as close to 0 as I'd like to see it.
Yeah, well, we've been indoors, Greg. So of course, if we move outdoors, then it will start raining on us.
Yeah, that's our luck. Okay, we're going to go to the top of the 8th, folks. And Devin Villalobos will step into the batter's box to start things off for the Braves.
He
looks
takes
at strike 1.
Cold strike. And we've
little stoppage in action as one of the side gates was open. That's home plate umpire wants to make sure that gets closed up for everyone's safety.
Ball 1.
1-1 the count now. Ball low and away for ball 2.
And we should mention that the grounds crew has Don McIntyre Field looking really nice today.
Does. Excellent shape. Nice big black Conquistador C right behind home plate.
Third ball in a row.
3-1 to Devin Villalobos. And Villalobos will draw a walk to start things off here in the 8th. And that will bring Coach Osborne out to the mound to talk to Matthew Gonzalez. Just underway here in the 8th inning. In the top here, Braves and Cabrillo Conquistadors tied up at 3. Can always count on the Braves and the Conks to give you some exciting action. Conference continues on the mound. Some other upcoming events here in the Lompoc Valley. It's a little ways off yet, but don't forget Springfest is just around the corner. It's our mini flower festival, if you will. It happens the weekend of April 21st. Lots of food and activities down at Ryan Park. So don't
Used to
forget
be the Spring Arts Festival.
Spring Arts Festival back in the October time frame. Now moved up to April. So check out Springfest at Ryan Park on April 21st. Carson Grossini now batting for the Braves.
But first, they throw to first.
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
Carson, yet another one of the Braves seniors, shows bunt.
And they're going to call that a ball. It looked like he stepped across the plate, but
hard to tell from our angle.
Did not swing, so
1-0 count. Puts this one nicely down third baseline to advance the runner. He'll get thrown out at first.
Good stop at first to keep that from getting away.
And now a runner at second base for the Braves with one down. And Fabian Conchola will step up to bat for Lompoc.
In case you're wondering, the dimensions of McIntyre here: left field 309 at the line, right field 319, center field straightaway 363, the left side power alley 349, and the right power alley 355. So.
There's a strike called to Conchola.
Evens the count at 1-1. 1 out. 3-3 in the 8th.
A mighty swing and a miss by Conchola. Makes the count 1-2. Runner in scoring position for the Braves at second with one out. Chopper foul over towards the dugout. Villalobos at second base for the Braves. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Fabian Conchola. Just gets a piece of it. Fouls it back.
And it gets a piece of the catcher. Doesn't appear to be injured.
Count stays 1-2.
Conchola, not a big kid. Hanging in there.
Swung on and missed. Throw to third as Villalobos
and
takes off.
Throw was late and then not held, so.
Strikeout at the plate for out number 2. But the important thing for the Braves is that Villalobos makes it safely to third. So with 2 out now, the Braves have the go-ahead run at third base. And Justin Allen, at the top of the order for the Braves, will step in. Well hit into right field, all the way back to the wall. Villalobos scores from third.
And Allen is looking to get there.
Allen turns the corner at second, slides in safely at third with an RBI triple. And with one mighty swing of the bat, the Braves are now up 4-3.
And he hit that about 340 feet out there and it one hop to the wall.
You were just talking about the dimensions of McIntyre Field. Well, that one didn't miss the wall by much. 4-3 Braves here in the top of the 8th. with 2 out. Caleb Ramirez will ground out to short to retire the side. But some damage done. An RBI triple by Justin Allen, and the Braves have a 4-3 lead going into the bottom of the 8th. Now the question is, can Cabrillo answer to keep this game alive?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, the first game that Cabrillo played, they lost 4-3 to St. Joseph. The second one, they won 4-3 against St. Joseph. The score now?
4-3. Yes. How ironic is that?
It'll do on a pinch.
We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Fabian Conchola will stay on the mound for the Braves. Lompoc 3 outs away from a victory. Cabrillo needs a run, at least one.
We mentioned Cabrillo is 1-1 coming in. The Braves 1-0. So if they can get 3 outs here, the Braves will leave here undefeated, and Cabrillo will have a losing record. Of course, it's very early in the season, but
incredibly early.
But it is a league game, and
well, the winner of this game will have the edge on the season series. So that's very important.
Coming into today, only 4 teams in the LPL had played. Lompoc was 1-0. Cabrillo and San Ynez were both 1-1, and Napomo was 0-2, having gotten blasted twice.
Well, Patrick Garcia, number 12, will step into the batter's box for the Conquistadors to start things here in the Conks half of the 8th inning.
Starting to get just a little bit dark.
Yeah, just thinking about that. I wonder if this goes too much further.
It might not go much further.
Yeah. It gets still pretty dark pretty early these days.
First pitch is low for a ball.
So is the second one. Garcia now quickly ahead, 2-0.
Come on, Patrick!
There's one in there.
Garcia has also played pretty well behind the plate tonight.
Come on, Patrick!
2 balls on the strike now.
Ooh. And the bottom just fell out of that one for a swinging strike.
Evens the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Patrick Garcia. Hit hard, foul down the line, third base.
Fight's starting to come on.
High ball.
Ooh.
In foul territory and out of the reach.
You know, that was one of those that they didn't account for the wind, and it just kept drifting and drifting and drifting.
Ramirez not able to get under it. So Patrick Garcia will stay alive at 2-2.
And we'll see if that makes a difference.
Ooh, just inside with that one. He makes the count 3-2 now to Garcia.
Haven't gone full a whole lot tonight, but
ball 4 in the dirt. And the leadoff batter for the Conks here in the 8th trots over to first.
Tying run is aboard.
Mason Towns now, number 6 up to bat.
We'll see if Cabrillo can go to town.
Yeah. Runner going.
And he is erased.
Got him. What a terrific throw.
Yes, indeed.
By Ramirez. Wow. So what would have been the tying run at second is now 1 out.
The pitch on that was a ball, by the way, before the throw.
Second pitch to Towns is also a ball. It's 2-0. But now 1 out. In there for called strike. Strike 2 called. That pickoff throw to second makes up for that foul ball that couldn't get flagged down there earlier. No harm on that one then. 2-2 count. Ooh, swung on and missed. Ball gets away. They'll have to make a throw to first. Plenty of time. 2 down. So all of a sudden, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Cabrillo down to its last at bat. And the good news is the top of the order, number 5, Ben Dixon, who hasn't had a whole lot of luck at the plate today.
Cabrillo down to their final out, unless they can get somebody across the plate.
2 outs, nobody on. Called strike 1 to Dixon on the outside portion of the strike zone.
And that was a pretty pitch.
0-1 to Dixon.
Kind of came in about shoulder height and then dove.
High and away on that one for ball 1. Controlla trying to finish this one off for the Braves. Count 1-1 with 2 outs. Bases are empty. Misses that one, blowing outside for ball 2. 2-1 to Ben Dixon. Chopper over towards second. This could be it. The throw to first.
Short.
Got him.
Short to first, and we are done.
Nice play to end it. We'll retire the side here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the Braves will win this one 4-3 in 8. And as you said, Mike, this is 3 games for the Conquistadors. All 3 ended in a 4-3 score.
Yeah, and they're 1-2 on the season, 0-1 in the LPL. The Braves are undefeated at 2-0, 1-0 in the LPL, and so far so good for new coach Patrick Aguilar.
Indeed. I suppose Oscar Rojas will get the win for that one?
Might pick up the win. They might give it to Controlla. I think it was 3-3 when he came in.
We'll see that when the stat sheet comes out.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't forget our next game will be a week from this Thursday on March 8th when the San Ynez Pirates will visit the Lompoc Braves down at Bottery Field, and we'll be there to take a look at the new digs.
Yeah, good start and good 6 innings for Rojas, though. Win or no, he pitched well tonight.
All right, so for Bill Smith, Dr. Draw back at the studio, and for Mike Loney to my right, my name is Greg Ratcliffe. Thank you for joining us from McIntyre Field today. We appreciate you being with us, and we are happy to bring you the game of the week.
And go outside and look at the moon.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sight. Our final score, once again, from McIntyre Field is the Lompoc Braves 4 and the Cabrillo Conquistadors 3. Now back to the greatest rock and roll on the planet at 100.9 KPEG. Good night, everybody.
KPEG LP 100.9 FM, Lompoc.
Operator, or could you help me place this call? See, the number on the matchbook is old and faded. She's living in LA with my best old ex-friend Ray. Gosh, she said she knew well and sometimes hated.